Shalom. Hello. Guten Tag. Today we will be reading from John chapter 21. Yeshua, Jesus, has been crucified, resurrected, and has shown himself to his disciples. One day, as the fishermen were back where they were before Yeshua came, probably discouraged, going back to doing what they knew to do before. Chapter 21 begins. After this, Yeshua appeared again to the Talmudim, to the disciples, at Lake Tiberias, the Sea of Galilee. Here is how it happened. Shimon Kepha, Simon Peter, and Thomas, this name means twin, Thomas, called Didymus, and two other Talmudim, with Nathanael from Cana in the Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two other Talmudim. Shimon Kepha said, "I'm going fishing." So it was Simon Peter, Thomas, called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and two other of his disciples. Simon said to them, "I go a-fishing." They said to him, "We're coming with you." They went and got into the boat, but that night they didn't catch anything. However, just as day was breaking, Yeshua stood on shore, but the Talmudim didn't know it was he. He said to them, "You don't have any fish, do you?" "No," they answered him. He said to them, "Throw in your net to starboard, and you will catch some." So they threw their net, and there were so many fish in it, they couldn't haul it aboard. The Talmudim Yeshua loved said to Kepha, "It's the Lord." On hearing it was the Lord, Shimon Kepha threw on his coat because he was stripped for work and plunged into the lake. But the other Talmudim followed in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they weren't far from shore, only about 100 yards. When they stepped ashore, they saw a fire of burning coals and a fish on it and some bread. Yeshua said to them, "Bring some of the fish you have caught." Shimon Kepha went up and dragged the net ashore. It was full of fish, 153 of them. But even with so many, the net hadn't torn. Yeshua said, "Come and have breakfast." None of the Talmudim dared to ask him, "Who are you?" They knew it was the Lord. Yeshua came, took the bread, and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. This was now the third time Yeshua had appeared to the Talmudim after being raised from the dead. Now, this was the third time that he had showed himself before his Talmudim, before his disciples. After breakfast, Yeshua said to Simon Kepha, Simon, Bar Yochanan, Simon, son of Jonas, do you love me more than these? He replied, Yes, Lord. You know I'm your friend. He said to him, Feed my lambs. A second time he said to him, Shimon, Bar Yochanan, do you love me? He replied, Yes, Lord. You know I'm your friend. He said to him, Shepherd my sheep. The third time he said to him, Shimon Bar Yochanan, are you my friend? Shimon was hurt that he had questioned him a third time. So he replied, Lord, you know everything. You know I'm your friend. Yeshua said to him, Feed my sheep. Yes, indeed, I tell you, when you were younger, you put on your clothes and went where you wanted. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hand and someone else will dress you and carry you where you do not want to go. He said this to indicate the kind of death by which Kepha would bring glory to God. Then Yeshua said to him, Follow me. I will pause there. Remember, Kepha, Peter, 3 times denied that he knew the Lord. In this reinstatement of Peter, the Lord asked Peter 3 times, Do you love me? And Peter said, Yes, I do. You know you're my friend. And the reply was, Feed my lambs at first. Then the second time, shepherd my sheep. And the third time, feed my sheep. Feed my lambs. Shepherd my sheep. Feed my sheep. So his command was to feed the sheep, feed the people, shepherd the people, guide the people. From the little lambs to the sheep, the grown sheep. Those that hear the voice of the Lord, the voice of Yeshua HaMashiach. He's calling us to that today, this day. Feed the sheep. Feed his lambs. Shepherd his sheep. Will we answer the call? Will you answer the call? Will I answer the call? I will answer the call. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for sharing today. We'll continue on as the Lord leads. Shalom.